Man, first of all,
Don't talk about my mama.
fuck that shit. Keep pushing, man.
But mama pretty! He called my mama ugly!
That shit don't mean that much to me. I really don't give a fuck.
Got a little problem, a tiny one. Somebody tipping police on where to find me, son. Shit's about to get ugly. Think I'm the one. 1 minute they telling jokes, next minute they buying guns. I know how you dudes get down, down in the A. Guns with switches, niggas with switches, y'all gay. Send fuck back south, ain't no he went that way. That ain't the G in my unit, pussy, you know I don't play.
I don't play about my mama, I go to war about my mama, pussy.
This 50 Cent and T.I beef just got way worse since the last update, and nobody saw this twist coming. The whole situation flipped in a way that caught everybody off guard. Right now, it feels like 50 might actually be losing control of this one. He stepped into a clash with a young dude who clearly is not backing down. In the last breakdown, we talked about how 50 Cent posted a photo of T.Y.'s wife and made jokes about her appearance. That move right there changed the temperature instantly. That post didn't sit well, and it opened the door for T.I.'s son, King Harris, to jump straight into the smoke.
Say something about my mama. Your mama dead as fuck. Your mama dead as fuck. Go dig her up. Go dig her up. Post a picture of your mama. Nigga, she dead. Nigga, pay respect. Nigga. Stop playing with my mama. Nigga. Playing like that. Nigga. Going like that. Nigga. How y'all been raised? I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going about my mama. Nigga. I'm not going. Nigga. So tell your dead ass mama dig her ass up and post a picture that look better than my mama. Nigga. Fuck wrong with you. Nigga. Y'all nigga tie y'all mama. Y'all nigga know who the fuck I fuck with. Nigga. You better put that music up and nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. Cause all that other shit ain't gonna get it. On my mother. Your mama dead as fuck, nigga. Dig that bitch up. Not going. Nigga, not going. Now what the fuck you gonna do about that? Nigga, not going. I don't give a fuck how nigga dead. Nigga, not going. Nigga posting my mama like your mama ain't dead as fuck.
And King did not come in playing around. Some people are even saying he's been more ruthless than anyone 50 has ever dealt with before. Right after 50 made that post, King responded by sharing an image of 50's late mother's gravesite and started throwing heavy words around. Things escalated fast when someone warned him, saying, "They gonna kill you. Better stop this," King fired back saying, "F them ninjas, man. Ain't nothing die about they cousin them."
What's up, man?
He made it clear he wasn't scared of the fallout. King is moving like he does not care about long-term consequences at all. But stepping into a battle with someone like 50 Cent is risky business. 50 is known for holding grudges forever and playing the long game. He doesn't forget, and he definitely doesn't forgive easily. After King took things there by speaking on his late mother, 50 didn't respond with a long rant. Instead, he came back with a meme, keeping it slick but strategic. This whole thing is getting deeper by the minute, and neither side looks ready to wave a white flag. So boom, the meme 50 dropped was wild but calculated. He edited a movie-style scene where he put his own face on one character and King Harris's face on another. In the clip, the character with King's face gets chased by a car, runs off, then looks back and sees 50 pulling up. The caption said, "Grown man-ish boy." That was 50 basically saying, this ain't kid games, this is grown territory. Now let's keep it real. If we're calling that the first round, King Harris clearly came in swinging harder. His response hit lower and felt more ruthless. He wasn't joking, he was going straight for shock value. But this didn't stop after that exchange. King kept applying pressure online, and the energy didn't cool off at all. Before we even get deeper into King's moves, T.I stepped in and dropped a diss track aimed at 50. The record is called The Right One, and I'll be honest, T.I.'s flow sounds like it's stuck in another era. It feels like early 2000s delivery, like he never updated the engine. But the real issue is not the flow, it's the content. The lyrics dig into old situations and bring up topics that 50 probably doesn't want dragged back into the spotlight. It's the kind of stuff that people thought was buried years ago. Now here's the interesting part. 50 hasn't responded with a track. But to be fair, 50 doesn't really rap back at anybody anymore. He hasn't jumped into a back and forth on wax in a long time. At this point, he moves different. He plays chess, not checkers. If he responds, it might not be through music at all. In the diss, T.I throws heavy accusations and calls 50 names that carry serious weight. But there's one specific line deeper in the track that stands out. If you scroll down and really listen close, it touches on something from the past that 50 likely doesn't want reopened. That's where this could get messy fast. Alright, this is where things get real serious. In the track, T.I raps, "You hate women. Guess that's why you can't keep one. You can't love them, 'cause from your mama, you received none. Oh no, you'd rather set fires to houses with babies in them. I got paperwork from ninjas in prison. Your name is in them. Peter Parker journalism. He's saying, I guess I'm Venom now."
I get to the courthouse. I do my deposition. I come back outside. It was a guy following me, trying to intimidate me to the point where my lawyer was so worried that she would just please be careful. So he was trying to kick me out the house and he couldn't get me out the house. And that's another thing where he says like, oh, he went to Suffolk County. They gave me an eviction, but I took it to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court allowed me to stay. So he couldn't get me out the house at the time. And then his lawyer and I have in my deposition papers, which once I start doing my YouTube channel, I could be able to side by side and bring up stuff. His lawyer actually asked me where was my evidence. And that was the first part of the house to burn down.
Those are heavy lines, and he was clearly trying to hit 50 where it hurts. Now, let's break this down carefully. Being called a rat is not new when it comes to 50. That label has been thrown around for years, with people claiming there's paperwork and stories floating in the background. At this point, it almost feels like he's immune to that talk. But the part about set fires to houses with babies in them.
Who's on the house at the time when it got set on fire?
That's another thing. He tried to create the narrative. It was me, my boyfriend. No man lived with me in that house. And I will repeat, no man lived with me in that house. No man, except for Marquise, and he wasn't a man at the time. He was a child.
Deep down, like, what do you think the motive was behind to really get rid of you or to scare you out of the house, honestly speaking?
I think it was to kill us. Because the time, it wasn't like it happened when the kids were in school. Maybe I was there by myself, or it happened that I was just sleeping. No one's up. Just in that second, I came from Marquise's room to the top of the stairs. I went down maybe 3 steps and the flames just shot up to the ceiling. It was just, we couldn't even make it downstairs.
So you're the first person that's seen the fire, what I'm getting from this, right?
I heard the glass shatter. So my daughter said, she said she thought I broke something because all she heard was me cursing. But for some reason, I was so enraged. I was like, this motherfucker. I was like, this motherfucker sent somebody to burn the house down. So my daughter said she just heard glass and me cursing.
That's a different level of accusation altogether. There have long been public rumors tied to an old situation involving 50 and his former partner during a custody dispute. According to various reports and online discussions over the years, there was a house fire at a property connected to that situation. Some people have speculated about what happened, and different narratives have circulated ever since. However, it's important to say clearly that these are allegations and claims that have been debated publicly, not proven facts. Back then, there were legal disputes about housing and custody arrangements.
Curtis Jackson, 29-year-old who admitted to trampling and beating 3 women at a concert.
He attacked women. We were just there to see a concert. We were not there to get beat up. We were not there to get hit.
Court filings and public records showed tensions around living arrangements, and the eviction process was reportedly complicated. After the fire incident, a police report was filed, and media outlets at the time covered the claims being made, but no court ever convicted 50 of setting that fire, and he has denied wrongdoing in the past. Still, when T.I. brings that situation back up in a diss track, it reopens old wounds and old headlines. That's why this line stands out more than the others. It touches on a controversial chapter that many believed was already closed. Whether people believe the rumors or not, the fact that it's being amplified again in a public rap battle makes it explosive. I previously broke down the full timeline of that situation in detail, but instead of rehashing everything right now, let's go straight to the clip and hear directly what his former partner had to say about that incident at the time. She also shared more claims in past interviews, saying that during the time she was going back and forth to court, someone she believed was connected to 50 was allegedly following her and making her feel intimidated. She described it as harassment and said it added pressure during an already tense custody situation. These are her allegations, and they've been part of the public narrative for years. Then she fast forwards to the night of the house fire and says she believes the timing was intentional. According to her version of events, everyone in the home was upstairs asleep when it happened. She emphasized that this was late at night when the family was inside. She suggested that if someone wanted to avoid people being there, they could have chosen a different time. Again, these are her claims from interviews, not court-proven conclusions. What's wild is that she told this story in a smaller interview platform, not some massive media outlet. Imagine if T.I. managed to bring her into this current moment to speak again. That would instantly turn the temperature up in this beef. Even the idea of that happening makes this situation feel heavier for 50. But it didn't stop there. After T.I. dropped the track, King Harris jumped back in and took control of the online narrative. He's been on social media non-stop, posting clips and old headlines, trying to highlight past controversies connected to 50. He's digging through history and putting everything back in the spotlight. Now, I follow hip-hop history closely. I usually know the timelines, the court cases, the old rumors, all of it. But King started bringing up things that even I had to double-check. For example, he posted a clip that appears to show 50 in court in a past case involving allegations of misconduct. Public records do show that 50 has faced legal issues before, and some cases were resolved through pleas or settlements. Still, context matters, and not every viral clip tells the full story. This back and forth is no longer just jokes and memes. It's turning into a deep dive into old legal battles and personal accusations. And that's why this situation feels like it's escalating fast. Listen, if someone ever makes a real 50 Cent documentary and lays everything out from every angle, that project would be insane. Not just the music, but the controversies, the court cases, the business moves, the grudges, all of it. If a director really digs deep and tells the story from start to finish without filters, that would be one wild series to watch. Now, King didn't stop at T.I.'s diss track. He also went straight at 50 and his son.
Mr. Jackson, you did think so? Yes, I know so. Why do you say that? He threatened me on Monday. He did? He threatened me. Look, watch what I'll do. I'll have someone come kill you. He threatened me. He threatened me on Monday, and this is what he did. How long were you two together? We were together for 13 years. The relation just ended over a year ago. He cannot accept that I have moved on with my life. He's going to strip me of everything. And I didn't allow it. I fought back, and this is what he's trying to do. He tried to kill me and his own child. Why do you know that? He threatened me. He told me he would. He told me he would have someone come do something to me. He told me, he would say, watch what I do. I have someone come kill you, and that's what he did. That's what he did. I know he did. There's not a doubt in my mind on my son's life. I know he did. What happened? I know he did. Did you see anything? Someone threw something through the window, and the house just ignited. Couldn't even make it downstairs. We had to jump out the window. Do you think he hired someone to do it? Yes, of course. I know. He's too much of a coward to do anything himself. You're blaming 50 Cent for this? Yes. Yes.
He released a statement saying he was happy everyone got out alive.
He didn't even, if you release a statement, if you care about the child, he has made no attempt to contact his child. He calls my grandmother when he's upset and he wants to talk about me. He calls my uncle, he calls my aunt. He's not made one attempt to come find out if his son is okay. So that sound like a concerned father? A concerned father don't sign over their rights. A concerned father do not sign over legal, physical. He has no rights over Marquise. None. He signed away custody. He tries to make it like he's a doting, beautiful father. He's not. He's not. He is a deadbeat because it's not about monetary. He is a deadbeat.
You heard this in the middle of the night?
Yes, I did.
Talk about the custody of the house. He didn't want you to have that house.
No, and we was in the Supreme Court. I did my deposition yesterday.
And yesterday. Did he trash
yesterday?
The attorney's
yes.
office?
No, he trashed it on Monday, but I did my deposition yesterday, and they saw the evidence that I had. We had an express oral agreement, and I have proof that he said that, and this is what happened. He knew I was going to get that house.
Put his kids in danger? So
he doesn't care. Anyone who tries to take a roof over their child's head, do they care about putting them in danger? When you know you drive around a bulletproof van all day, every night, wouldn't you want your son to be somewhere safe?
You think he would try to kill his own kid?
Yes, I think he would. He's obsessed. If he can't have me, he'd be like, no one can. He's obsessed.
So
he's very upset.
Fighting over the house right
Yes, we were in court. We're in litigation. We're fighting over the house.
Just
yes.
say again, what did he tell you?
He said that he was going to have someone come kill me and watch what he does, and this is what he did.
So he threatened you?
Yes, and he has made no contact to even see how his son is doing. No contact.
You heard something in the middle of the night? How frightened are you?
I'm very upset.
King posted a photo of 50 sitting with his teenage son and added the caption, "You think you raising a man, having him sit in your lap as a teenager? That's Ahu, sir. P.S. This is not AI." He was clearly trying to turn a normal father-son moment into something people would debate online. Let's pause on that, though. One thing that often gets criticized in the culture is fathers not showing affection to their sons. When people see a dad hugging his son or being emotionally present, some immediately try to twist it. That reaction says more about the audience than the moment itself. Healthy father-son bonds shouldn't be mocked or made into something negative. But in a heated rap feud, lines like that get thrown around fast. Still, bringing family into it shows how ruthless this battle has become. King is not easing up at all. He's digging for anything that can spark conversation and shake 50's image. And then he took it even further. King reposted older promotional images of 50 holding adult novelty products from a business venture he launched years ago. At the time, 50 had entered the market with branded lifestyle and intimate products as part of a broader marketing strategy. The campaign was controversial, but it was positioned as a business move. However, when those images resurface in the middle of a public feud, they hit different. The photos alone, without context, can look shocking to someone who never knew about that business chapter. And that's exactly what King is banking on. Pulling old visuals and letting social media run with it. This is no longer just about rap bars. It's about reputation, optics, and who can control the narrative the longest. This whole situation is wild, plain and simple. It's messy, it's loud, and right now, King is clearly dominating this round. He's moving fearless, and he's not slowing down at all. King wrote, "Curtis the Johnson juggler. This the magic stick you talking about. I just know this tough and buff. I, Ninja, ain't out you in the general public gripping dick in real life. This what you gotta do to sell out, man. He kept going, saying, "Lord Ninja, you got the right one this time. Dear Miss Jackson, your son, a freaky man. Wish you was here to whoop his eye." That's heavy talk, especially when he mixes references to 50's late mother with those old product images. That combo was designed to shock. The strategy here is obvious. King is stacking personal angles on top of old business visuals and emotional topics. It's aggressive and calculated. Whether people like it or not, that kind of approach grabs attention fast. Now here's the deeper layer. King stepping into this feud feels a little unbalanced. He's young, bold, and came up in the social media era where controversy equals clout. He doesn't seem worried about long-term industry politics. A lot of older artists hesitate when dealing with 50 because they don't want their past dragged back into headlines. But King doesn't have decades of public history attached to his name. There's less for 50 to pull from. On the flip side, 50 has over 30 years in the spotlight. That's 3 decades of interviews, court cases, business moves, and viral moments. King has endless material to repost, reinterpret, and remix for a new audience. That's a huge advantage in a social media battle like this, and it didn't stop there. King also reposted a clip of 50's former partner speaking about the house fire situation from years ago. Along with the video, King added commentary implying that 50 still has issues with women. By resurfacing those past interviews, King is trying to reinforce the narrative that T.I brought up in the diss track. At this point, this isn't just rap beef, it's digital warfare built on archives, screenshots, and old controversies being revived in real time. And neither side looks ready to log off anytime soon. Alright, this whole situation is getting intense and the internet is eating it up. Like the caption floating around says, "Why does nobody talk about this 50 burned his baby mama's house on fire in 2008? That's a question being repeated online. And let's be clear again, those are long-standing allegations and rumors that have been debated publicly for years, not proven facts. This is commentary on what's being said, not a statement of guilt. Now, I even saw a comment saying, "We must remind T.I that King Harris won this beef for him." And honestly, I get why some people feel that way. It almost feels uneven. From 50's perspective, going back and forth directly with King is tricky. King is young. If 50's fully engages in a non-stop back and forth, people might say he looks wild arguing online with someone much younger. So he's in a weird position. King, on the other hand, has freedom to say almost anything without worrying about legacy the same way. 50 wants T.I in the ring, not his son. So King can throw punches all day, while 50 has to calculate every response. We've seen 50 reply once or twice, but he's not going full throttle like he has in past beefs. That's what makes this dynamic interesting. And let's be real, in previous feuds, 50 has applied heavy pressure. Some fans are pointing out that the energy doesn't look the same here. They're asking why he's not giving King that same intensity. Right now, it feels like King is carrying the momentum for T.I, whether that was planned or not. But I want to hear from you. Who's really up in this battle? Is King winning on behalf of T.I, or is 50 just waiting to play the long game? Drop your thoughts in the comments section and let's talk about it. And if you rock with this kind of breakdown, make sure you subscribe to Dripzine right now, like the video, share it with your people, and don't forget to comment to keep the conversation going. If you want to support a small content creator trying to grow, hit that hype this video button too. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for the support.